Good afternoon, everyone. This is Tony from our Homestead Skills. Well, I've had a very long, drawn-out day today. I took my little Honda in for service because it was leaking a little bit of oil, and it had started to do that before we went down south last October. But since it was going to be parked, I thought, well, I'll deal with it when I get back. So that is another chore that I've had to look after. We drove Mark's car down, but we decided that our trip in the summer, we're going to be taking my car because it's cheaper on cheaper on gas. And the way gas prices are going today, anything that we can save. And it's a long drive, it's a long trip. I think it's... anyway, back and forth, and the time that we spend there's a lot of driving while we're down south because you're not in a big city. You're rural, so any place that we want to go to, we have to drive to, say, go to Walmart or to Home Depot or to Ace Hardware, and those are some of the places that we frequent quite a bit. On occasion, we drive out, not quite to Birmingham, but close to it. I think it's just on the outskirts of Birmingham. I can't remember the suburb there for the Costco. There's some things that we do like to get from Costco still. And I do have a membership from Canada, which is actually, you can use it North America-wide. The only difference I find with the Costco is that in Canada, you can use a MasterCard to pay for things, and only a MasterCard. And in the US, you can only use Visa. So I don't know why they've done that. Like, you can't use multiple different cards. So one for one country, one for another. Or cash, of course. Cash is always king. Doesn't matter where you go. And one of the interesting things I found about Alabama specifically was that you can, if you use cash when you buy gas, there are some places that definitely offer you a discount for cash. So I suspect that whatever the credit card companies charge them to use their services gets removed from that, and you get to take advantage of that if you pay in cash. So I wish they'd offer that here. Our gas today has gone up to $1.84.9 a liter, which is probably close to, well, it's over $7. I haven't done the calculation right now, but it's over $7. And that's just about everywhere. I think I saw one gas station that had it at $1.79.9 and another one that had it at $1.82.9, but $1.84.9 was pretty much standard in most gas stations that I happen to drive by. So yes, had some work done on my car, and I was there forever. Wasn't too pleased, but it's funny that Mark took his car in today too. I made the appointment first, and then I guess he decided, since I'm getting my car done, he might as well get his done, only he takes it to a different place. He's got a little bit more of a specialized car, and takes it to somebody who knows how to work on it, whereas mine, it's a Honda. It's an old Honda. It's a 2005. It doesn't have a lot of mileage. It's got 187,000 kilometers. Now that's kilometers, so once again, I haven't done the calculation, but these can go to 300-400 kilometers. So I don't drive it that much, but it's still, at least once a year I have to take and get some major work done, and today was the day. So what are you going to do? Because of the oil leak, there was oil in the spark plugs. They had to change the spark plugs because where the spark plug sits, there was oil in there, and there was some other work, oil and filter change and other work that they had to do. So the bill was pretty hefty, mostly labor. But it's the way life goes sometimes. And yeah, it's just this month, that's what it is. So catching up on a few things, and I got home and Mark had, he was in and out in 20 minutes. For me, it was 4 hours. 4 hours. And the shop I took it to, I've been taking my car there for quite a number of years, so he knew exactly, he knows the car. Anyway, yeah, I was really getting frustrated in the end, and I just wanted to get out of there. But by the time I got home, I noticed that my kitchen sink is a mess, and I opened the refrigerator, and I noticed that Mark had actually taken out a jar of canned beef. Now, I did can some beef and some chicken, but we rarely have actually eaten canned meat. And I asked him how that was, because we've been more of a fresh meat whenever we can get it, but I did like to have some canned meat in the pantry in case of necessity. So I have canned beef, I have canned chicken, that's ground beef, and canned chicken, and I have canned salmon from a salmon that Mark caught. And last night we ended up having soup and a sandwich for dinner. And one of the things we had was that canned salmon and chicken soup that I had made, and I had freeze-dried it, and it was awesome tasting soup. Warming it up, getting it dehydrated, and then heating it up, it just smelled awesome. And it tasted awesome. Now, when I packaged this, I don't know why, but I said add 2 cups of water plus. So, started off with the 2 cups of water and let it sit for 20 minutes while everything rehydrated, and then we started to heat it up, and we did add more water because it was still fairly thick. And I put this together in April of 2024. And it was, you'd swear I made it that night. It just smelled wonderful, tasted wonderful. So I wish I could take these down south with me, make them here and take them down there, but I can't do that. So I will just have to, we'll see what happens in the future. Either I'll take my freeze dryer down there, or one never knows what will happen. I've learned that life has a way of surprising us all. Anyway, besides Mark opening up that can of ground beef, I looked in the, and he'd left a mess in the kitchen. And I looked in the refrigerator, and he'd bought a pizza dough. I guess we're having pizza for dinner tonight. And that's one of those treats that I can make a pizza dough, but it's nothing like the ones that we pick up from the Italian bakery. And it has to be specifically from a specific spot, because you can't get pizza dough from a grocery store because it's usually stale by the time you get it. It's good for a day or two and no longer. And after that, it just deflates. And it's awful. I know I've bought old pizza dough once and never again. So I'm very careful where we buy that here. Perhaps I should, and I did try to make it myself once or twice, and I can do it, but we like the whole wheat pizza dough, not the plain one. So I still have to get more practice doing that, and I probably need a mixer if I'm going to do this down south. Now, other than that, tomatoes from the jars, we get sliced pepperonis, get sliced green pepper, whatever toppings are always available everywhere. It's that dough that's hard to come by that I have to learn how to make properly. Anyway, I'm home, I'm tired, I'm just going to have a bite to eat again, and I was hoping to do a longer video today. Anyway, I want to wish everyone a happy Easter. I'm going to take my jacket off now, go into the kitchen, and make myself a nice hot chocolate. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.